without any guardrails.
बहरहाल आप देख सकेंगे जहाँ पर पाक वज़ीर IT शज़ा फातिमा का तहक़ीक़ का खिताब जारी है.
Building of our future generations at the hands of the few people who are building these AI models, algorithms, and technology. And that is where it becomes absolutely critical that our young women become a part of this conversation. They don't remain consumers of these technologies, but actually become builders, shapers, creators, innovators of these technologies that are going to be shaping our economies, yes, but also our societies, our cultural realities, and eventually also how we see religion and things that have been naturally very close to our hearts, very close to how we want our children to grow up, our generations and our nations to grow up in the future. So schools like initiatives like these AI gender responsive schools. एक टाइम था when we used to look at budgets with the gender lens, and it was a big thing, and we had to convince everybody to look at budgets with the gender lens. But today, with AI coming in, who's looking at technology from a gender lens? Who's looking at these LLMs and GLMs and SLMs from a gender lens? That has become a bigger question because that eventually shapes the budgets as well now. So this, adds to our efforts to build on our SDG 4, which is essentially inclusive and equitable quality education, and also SDG 5, which is about gender equality. So, building on all the principles that we talk about, but eventually and essentially creating that critical mass of human resource that we need for our people to get into, like I said, the foundational basis where AI is being developed. Over the last few years, couple of years that we've been in office, we've done multiple programs. I've given you the statistics for mobile internet usage. I love the story where the Honorable Prime Minister last year in his Ramzan package decided not to use utility stores as the distributor of the Ramzan package and subsidy. The question and the onus came up to us, and under the leadership and absolute dedication of the Prime Minister, without which it would not have been quite literally possible. I'll tell you why. Because जब उन्होंने कहा कि जी think of an out of the box solution for distributing the subsidy, because every time the Ramzan subsidy goes out, we see women standing in queues, utility stores that have red tapeism, transparency issues. Come up with a new idea. So the new idea only could have been digital payments for targeted subsidy. Now, as soon as we said digital payments, there were like 20,000 reasons why not to do it. We're talking about women from the lowest of the lowest economic strata. You're talking about women in the rural areas, in far-flung areas, no connectivity, no smartphones, a lot of pushback. But thanks to the overall effort, industry came in, PTA came in, NADRA came in, the ISP came in. But the Prime Minister stood his ground. He said, nothing doing is digital payments. And that's when everybody goes.
हेलो ये हो गया पहला, ठीक है, 3 पे पहला.
Package. It was 16 billion rupees last time. This year we disbursed 38.
हेलो
Open digital wallets for 10 million women in the country. Literally reimagine the whole system, the digital economy and digital governance in a way that it becomes an automatic, the mainstreaming of women does not become an issue that we're looking at, but a natural process like it is for everyone else. And therefore, institutionalizing education systems like these, training teachers and instructors who can create a cascading impact on the larger training is absolutely critical. And that is how I believe that this particular program is
हेलो 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 ये तीसरा आ गया 5 पे
will ensure that more and more women and girls become part of this.
हेलो 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 ये 6 छठा आ गया हेलो हेलो सही है ना आ रही है आवाज हेलो 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 टेस्टिंग हेलो 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 टेस्ट हेलो तीसरा देखो कैसा मेटालिक आ रहा
No. So that also brings me to the point that tech education, AI education is no longer limited to people of computer science disciplines. We are now increasingly looking at how do we make sure that AI and AI tools are learned by the whole non-tech community. I'm just coming from the Election Commission of Pakistan, talking to our young recruits in the Election Commission on how to use technology in the electoral process. And same goes for our doctor, our lawyer. I was just reading our company yesterday has gone into a global company, going into a over $1 billion company, a legal support company without a single lawyer. That's how technology is changing professions. That's what the future holds for us. Not really sure how to, keep up pace with this transformation, but what we're doing is doing our best to make sure that whether our technology students, non-tech students, everybody has that basic level of AI competence, STEM, uh, you know, emerging technologies, at least to the level where they can have a basic, know the basic use of it. Last but not least, I always say that technology is not taking over our jobs, but people who will know how to use technology, who will know how to build technology, who are hands-on with technology, who are comfortable with technology, who are early adopters, fast adopters, they are going to be the people who are going to take our jobs, not the technology itself. So we have to, in order for us to stay relevant, for us to be ready, not for only ourselves and our families, but for Pakistan as a nation, for what we are, for the new era, intelligent era that we're entering into.
बोलना आवाज
आ रही है बस। हेलो हेलो। ओके, ये 3 नंबर है, ये 7 पर आना चाहिए।
टेक्नोलॉजी शज़ा फातिमा खाजा UN Women AI की